Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily English Lab podcast, the place where we talk about learning English and also about building a better life step by step, day by day. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. If this is your first time listening, thank you for joining. If you've been listening for a while, welcome back. You are doing something great for your English, and I'm proud of you. Keep going and never stop learning. Do you ever get nervous when you have to speak English? Ever feel your mind go completely blank right when you need it most? Maybe you're in a conversation or a meeting, and you know the words, you learned them, but when you open your mouth to speak, they're just gone. It's a frustrating feeling, and it's one that so many English learners share. It is completely normal. But what if I told you there's a powerful secret to building your speaking confidence? A technique used by top athletes, famous musicians, and successful leaders all over the world to perform at their absolute best. And what if you could use this exact same technique to improve your English? Today, we're going to talk about that secret. We're going to explore the power of visualization. My name is Victor, and in this special B1 listening practice, I'll be your guide. I'll show you what visualization is, how it works, and how you can use simple, powerful exercises to see yourself speaking English fluently and with confidence. This isn't magic. It's about training your brain for success. Let's begin. Before we get to the solution, let's talk a little more about the problem. It's really important to understand why speaking English can feel so hard. When you understand the challenge, you can face it with more courage and the right tools. Most of my students tell me they face three main challenges. Maybe some of these will sound familiar to you. The first and the biggest is the fear of making mistakes. This is a powerful fear. It's that little voice that whispers in your ear, "Don't speak. You'll say the wrong word. Your grammar will be off. People will laugh at you. They'll think you're not smart." This voice can get so loud that it feels easier to just stay silent. It feels safer to say nothing than to risk a mistake. I want you to know that this fear is the #1 enemy of progress. To learn a language, you have to be willing to make mistakes. Mistakes aren't a sign of failure. They're a sign that you're trying. They are proof you're learning and growing. Every single person who speaks a second language fluently has made thousands of mistakes on their journey. The mistake isn't the problem. The fear of the mistake is the problem. The second challenge is your mind going blank. This is a very common and very real experience. You're speaking, and suddenly it feels like every English word has just vanished from your brain. You're searching for a simple word, maybe one you used yesterday, but you can't find it. This happens because of pressure and anxiety. When you get nervous, your brain can go into a fight or flight mode. It thinks there's a danger, so it focuses on survival, not on finding the perfect English vocabulary word. So it's not a memory problem, it's a pressure problem. And the more you worry about your mind going blank, the more likely it is to happen. It's a vicious cycle. The third challenge is translating in your head. Many learners, especially at the beginner and intermediate stages, try to think in their native language first. You form a perfect sentence in your head, and then you try to translate it, word for word, into English. This process is slow and incredibly difficult. English has a different sentence structure, different grammar, different ways of expressing ideas. When you translate directly, your speech can sound unnatural, and it takes a lot of mental energy. It's like trying to run a race while reading and translating a map at the same time. You'll be slow, you'll be tired, and you won't enjoy it. To speak fluently, you have to learn to think more directly in English. Do any of these sound familiar? The fear, the blank mind, the constant translating? If you said yes, I just want you to take a deep breath. You are not alone. These are the shared struggles of language learners everywhere. Recognizing them is the very first step to overcoming them. And today, we're going to learn a tool that helps with all three. So, what can we do about these feelings? How do we quiet the fear, clear the blank mind, and stop translating everything? The answer is a beautiful and simple tool that you already have: your imagination. The technique is called visualization. So what is visualization? Simply put, it means creating a clear picture or a movie in your mind. In this movie, you are the main character. You're the hero of the story. And in this story, you are succeeding. You're doing the exact thing you're afraid of, and you're doing it well. Visualization is the practice of mentally rehearsing something, seeing it happen exactly the way you want it to. Let me give you an analogy. Think about a world-class runner getting ready for a big race. The night before, she isn't just resting her body. She's training her mind. She closes her eyes and runs the entire race in her imagination. She sees the track. She feels the ground under her feet. She hears the crowd. She imagines herself running with strength and confidence, crossing the finish line first. She feels the joy and pride of winning. When she does this, she's not just daydreaming. She is preparing her brain and body for success. She's creating a memory of a victory before the race has even begun. Let's start at the bottom of our pyramid with the most general preposition, in. Think of in as a container. It's for anything that is inside a larger space, area, or period of time. There are boundaries, and you are somewhere within them. Let's talk about in for time. We use in for non-specific, longer periods of time. Number 1, centuries and decades. These are long, general stretches of time. Life was very different in the 15th century. Music was amazing in the 1980s. Number 2, years. A year is basically a container of 365 days. She graduated in 2020. We plan to travel in 2026. Number 3, seasons. Seasons are like containers holding a few months. I love to go to the beach in the summer. The leaves change color in the autumn. Number 4, months. A month is a container for weeks. My birthday is in July. The project is due in September. Number 5, a period of weeks. I will see you in 2 weeks. And number 6, parts of the day. These are general chunks of time. I drink coffee in the morning. He takes a nap in the afternoon. We watch movies in the evening. But here's a very important exception we'll cover later. We don't say in the night. We say at night. Now let's look at in for place. We use in when something or someone is inside a location that has clear boundaries, like a box or a country. Number 1, countries, cities, states, and neighborhoods. These are large geographical areas. She lives in Japan. I grew up in Chicago. The best restaurants are in that neighborhood. Number 2, enclosed spaces. Think of a room or a car. The milk is in the fridge. He is sleeping in his bedroom. I left my wallet in the car. Number 3, content inside something. There is a lot of sugar in this coffee. I read it in a book. Who is that person in the photo? So just remember, in is your container word. It's for being inside something, inside a country, inside a room, inside a year, inside the morning. It's the wide, stable base of our pyramid. All right. Let's move up the pyramid to the middle section, on. Think of on for surfaces and lines. For place, it means something is physically touching the top of something. For time, it means you're landing on a specific line in the calendar. It's definitely more specific than in. Let's talk about on for time. We use on for specific days and dates. 1. Days of the week. The meeting is on Monday. We play soccer on Saturdays. 2. Specific dates, when you name the month and the number. Her birthday is on October 31st. Our anniversary is on June 5th. 3. Specific holidays that have the word day. What are you doing on New Year's Day? We exchange gifts on Christmas Day. 4. A specific part of a specific day. This confuses a lot of people, but just remember, the day is more specific, so it wins. We have a test on Monday morning, not in Monday morning. Let's have dinner on Saturday evening. 5. The weekend. In American English, it's very common to use on. I will see you on the weekend. Just so you know, in British English, you'll often hear at the weekend. Both are correct. Now, let's look at on for place. We use on when something is positioned on a surface, a line, or a floor. Number 1. Surfaces. This is the most obvious one. Something is resting on top of something else. The book is on the table. There is a beautiful painting on the wall. Don't leave your clothes on the floor. Number 2. Streets and roads. Think of a street as a long line that you are on. I live on Orchard Street. The shop is on the corner. Number 3. Floors in a building. A floor is a flat surface. My office is on the 3rd floor. Number 4. Public transportation. This is a big one. For large public vehicles you can stand and walk around in, we use on. She is on the bus. I'm reading a book on the train. He is on a plane. The exception is for small private vehicles like cars or taxis. For those, we use in. I am in the car. Number 5. Media and communication. We use on for content on electronic devices. I saw it on TV last night. He is on the phone right now. I read the news on the internet. So, remember, on is your surface and line word. It's for being on a table, on a street, on Monday, on your birthday. It's more specific than in and sits right in the middle of our pyramid. Finally, let's climb to the very top of our pyramid, to that sharp, super precise point. At. Think of at for a specific point, a point in time or a point in a place. It's the most specific of all three. Let's talk about at for time. We use at for exact, specific moments. Number 1. Clock times. This is the most common one. The class starts at 9 a.m. Let's meet at 6:15 p.m. The movie ends at midnight. Number 2. Specific times of day. The sky is beautiful at sunset. I will meet you at lunchtime. Number 3. Night. Here it is, the big exception we talked about. While it's in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, it's always at night. I can't sleep at night. The stars are amazing at night. Number 4. Holidays without the word day. This refers to the general holiday period. We open presents at Christmas, meaning the Christmas season. Where will you be at Easter? The Easter holiday period. Compare that to we see our family on Christmas Day. On is for that one specific day. Number 5. A specific moment. He is busy at the moment. Now let's look at for place. We use at for specific points, addresses, and general locations where you do something. Number 1. Specific addresses. When you give the actual building number. He lives at 123 Pine Street. The meeting is at 70 Downing Street. Number 2. Specific meeting points. I am waiting for you at the bus stop. Let's meet at the entrance of the cinema. Number 3. General locations. We use at to say we are in the general area of a place for a specific purpose. He is at work. The children are at school. I am at the airport. They had fun at the party. Number 4. The top, bottom, or end of something. Sign your name at the bottom of the page. My car is parked at the end of the street. Number 5. Home. I am at home right now. So just remember, at is your precise point word. At 5 o'clock, at the bus stop, at home. It's the most specific preposition, right at the top of our pyramid of precision. All right, this is where the magic happens. It's time to stop just listening and start speaking. Knowledge is good, but practice is what builds confidence. The technique is called slow shadowing. It's super simple. I'll say a sentence slowly and clearly. Then there will be a pause. In that pause, you repeat the sentence out loud. Your goal is to be my shadow. Copy my pronunciation, my rhythm, everything. Don't just whisper. Say it loud and clear. This is how we build muscle memory. Ready? Let's do it. Drill 1. Shadowing in. I'll say a sentence with in. You repeat it right after me. Let's go. I live in a big city. Pause for repeat. The keys are in my pocket. Pause for repeat. My birthday is in October. Pause for repeat. He works in the morning. Pause for repeat. We are sitting in the garden. Pause for repeat. She was born in 1992. Pause for repeat. The cat is sleeping in its bed. Pause for repeat. Let's meet in an hour. Pause for repeat. They fell in love in the summer. Pause for repeat. Excellent. Let's do that one more time, a little faster. Shadow me. I live in a big city. The keys are in my pocket. My birthday is in October. He works in the morning. We are sitting in the garden. She was born in 1992. The cat is sleeping in its bed. Let's meet in an hour. They fell in love in the summer. Wonderful! You're building that foundation. Drill 2, shadowing on. Now let's practice on. Remember, surfaces and lines. I say it, you shadow it. The laptop is on the desk. We have a meeting on Friday. There is a sign on the door. His apartment is on the second floor. I saw the news on television. The concert is on the 10th of May. She is talking on the phone. He is traveling on a train to Paris. I spilled some coffee on my shirt. Fantastic. Let's go one more time. Match my speed. The laptop is on the desk. We have a meeting on Friday. There is a sign on the door. His apartment is on the second floor. I saw the news on television. The concert is on the 10th of May. She is talking on the phone. He is traveling on a train to Paris. I spilled some coffee on my shirt. Great work! Can you feel the rhythm? Drill 3. Shadowing at. Now for the precise point, at. Listen closely and shadow me. I will see you at the station. Pause for repeat. The movie starts at 8:30 p.m. Pause for repeat. He is waiting at the front desk. Pause for repeat. I always feel tired at night. Pause for repeat. She is studying at the university. Pause for repeat. Let's have lunch at noon. Pause for repeat. He is at a conference this week. Pause for repeat. I bought this at the supermarket. Pause for repeat. They are staying at a nice hotel. Pause for repeat. Look at the top of the page. Pause for repeat. Brilliant. One more time. Shadow me closely. I will see you at the station. Pause for repeat. The movie starts at 8:30 p.m. Pause for repeat. He is waiting at the front desk. Pause for repeat. I always feel tired at night. Pause for repeat. She is studying at the university. Pause for repeat. Let's have lunch at noon. Pause for repeat. He is at a conference this week. Pause for repeat. I bought this at the supermarket. Pause for repeat. They are staying at a nice hotel. Pause for repeat. Look at the top of the page. Pause for repeat. You've now practiced all three. Your brain is already starting to wire them correctly. Drill 4. The Mixed Challenge. Okay,
Time for the real test. I'm going to mix them all up. In, on, and at. Listen very carefully before you shadow. Think about the pyramid, general container, specific surface, or precise point. Let's go. The party is on Saturday. Pause for repeat. The party is at his house. Pause for repeat. His house is in a nice neighborhood. Pause for repeat. I will arrive at 7 p.m. Pause for repeat. I was born in January. Pause for repeat. My birthday is on the 15th. Pause for repeat. The remote control is on the sofa. Pause for repeat. He is at work right now. Pause for repeat. He works in an office. Pause for repeat. His office is on the 5th floor. Pause for repeat. I have an appointment on Wednesday afternoon. Pause for repeat. The appointment is at the hospital. Pause for a repeat. I am waiting at the bus stop. Pause for a repeat. I am sitting on the bench. Pause for a repeat. The bench is in the park. Pause for a repeat.
This is fantastic! Your brain is now actively choosing, not just guessing. Let's run the mix challenge one last time. Stay focused. The party is on Saturday. The party is at his house. His house is in a nice neighborhood. I will arrive at 7 p.m. I was born in January. My birthday is on the 15th. The remote control is on the sofa. He is at work right now. He works in an office. His office is on the 5th floor. I have an appointment on Wednesday afternoon. The appointment is at the hospital. I am waiting at the bus stop. I am sitting on the bench. The bench is in the park. Truly excellent work. This is how you build fluency, step by step, sentence by sentence. Drill 5, mini story shadowing. Now, let's put it all together in a short story. I'll read one sentence at a time. You shadow me after each one. This will help you feel how these prepositions flow together naturally. Let's begin the story. My friend David lives in London. He works at a small tech company. His office is on a busy street. He usually starts work at 9 a.m.
He always has a coffee in the morning. On Tuesdays, he has a big team meeting. The meeting is at 11 o'clock. Last week, I visited him in England. I arrived on Friday evening. I met him at the train station. He was waiting on the platform. We had dinner at a restaurant.
The restaurant was in an old building. On Saturday, we went to a museum. There were amazing paintings on the walls. We spent the whole afternoon in the museum. At night, we watched a movie at his home. The movie was set in the 1960s. My flight back was on Sunday morning. I will see him again in December. You just shadowed an entire story. You used in, on, and at in context, naturally, and correctly. That is a huge step forward. Think about where we started today, with that feeling of frustration. That story of Anna who felt her confidence slip away because of 3 tiny words: in, on, and at.
These big risks are built on the foundation of the small ones. You don't just wake up one day and decide to move across the world. You build the confidence for that big step through hundreds of smaller steps you took before. You built the confidence to speak to new people, to handle new situations, and to trust in your ability to learn and adapt. So, when we talk about taking risks, we aren't talking about seeking danger. We're talking about choosing growth over comfort. We're talking about choosing to learn over staying the same. It's the simple act of trying something when you don't know the exact result. And it's the most powerful tool you have for personal growth and for building the life you truly want to live. Now, to make this idea even clearer, I want to tell you a story. This is the story of a man named Leo. Leo is probably a lot like you. He was kind, smart, and a hard worker. And he was learning English. He'd been studying for a few years, so he was pretty good at grammar. He knew a lot of vocabulary, and he could understand videos like this one just fine. But Leo had a secret fear. He was terrified of speaking. In his mind, his English just wasn't good enough. He'd imagine himself making a mistake, and he could feel his face turn red just thinking about it. He believed that everyone would think he was stupid, so he stayed quiet. Leo worked at a large tech company. It was a good job, but he dreamed of more. He wanted to be a project manager. He saw the project managers at his company leading teams, talking with clients from all over the world, and traveling. He knew that to get that job, he needed excellent, confident English communication skills. His dream was on the other side of his fear. His company offered free, optional English conversation classes during lunchtime, twice a week. Every week, he'd see the email invitation, and every week he'd tell himself, "No, not yet. I need to study more. I'm not ready." He was staying in his comfort zone, where it was safe, but where nothing ever changed. His dream of becoming a project manager stayed just that, a distant dream. One Tuesday, something felt different. Leo had just read an article by a famous entrepreneur who said, "The biggest risk is not taking any risk." That sentence stuck with him. He looked at the email invitation for the lunch class. His heart started beating faster. The little voice of fear whispered, "Don't do it. You'll make a fool of yourself." But this time, another, quieter voice spoke up. What if that article is right? What if staying here in this safe place is the real failure? He thought about his dream. He thought about that project manager role. He knew that staying silent would never get him there. He took a deep breath. He made a decision. He decided to take one tiny risk. He told himself, "I'll just go to the class. I don't have to speak. I'll just sit and listen. That's my only goal." That small yes was the first step. He walked to the classroom, his hands sweating. He sat in the back corner, hoping the teacher wouldn't even see him. The class started. The teacher was friendly and asked a simple question. What did everyone do this past weekend? People started sharing. One person went to the mountains, another watched a new movie. Leo just listened. His heart was still pounding. The teacher, a kind woman named Maria, looked around the room. Her eyes met Leo. She smiled and asked, "Leo, how about you? What did you do this weekend?" This was the moment of risk. His mind went completely blank. The fear was shouting now. He could just say pass. He could pretend he didn't understand. That was the safe option. But then he remembered his small goal, just to be there. He'd already done that. Maybe he could try for something just a little bit more. He took another deep breath and said, in a quiet, shaky voice, "I watched football." Maria smiled warmly. "Oh, wonderful. Which teams were playing?" Leo's brain started working again. He managed to say the names of the two teams. It wasn't a perfect sentence. His accent was strong, but he'd done it. He had spoken. And what happened? Nothing bad. Nobody laughed. The world didn't end. Maria just nodded and moved on to the next person. Leo sat there, his fear slowly turning into a different feeling. It was a small spark of pride. He had faced his biggest fear, and he had survived. It was a tiny victory, but it felt huge. That small risk changed something inside Leo. He went back to the class on Thursday. This time, his goal was to say one full sentence. He prepared it in his head. When the teacher asked him a question, he said, "I went to the park with my family." He did it.